you very much for coming on the show this morning, mate.
My pleasure.
Mate, I had a good chat to you the last couple of days there. What a great fight career you had that spanned from 1972 to 1984. You fought 5 Hall of Famers, and it all started over a phone call. That's how you got into boxing.
Yeah, the phone call, yeah. I was at work and I'd never been to a boxing gym for training. I'd gone there a couple of times to see my brother who was a fighter, and I could handle myself on the street at school and whatnot, and going out with my brother. Inevitably you got into a fight, and I was only young. I used to tag along with him, and he'd go to the pubs and that. And there's a 5-year age gap, and I was about 15 at the time, and I'd go with him, and we had a friend called Robert Dorr, and Robert Dorr did a bit of judo and whatnot, and we'd end up going to Robert's house on a Sunday morning, and we'd have to get the boxing gloves out. He had a pair of boxing gloves, and we'd have a bit of a spar in the backyard.
Yeah.
And I was about 4 years younger than them, and they punched the crap out of me. And but we didn't have a ring. We had the backyard, so I had plenty of space to escape.
So it all started in the backyard, Frank.
Yeah, it started in the backyard, and the 3 of us all went on to win Australian boxing titles.
Wow, there you go.
And we'd never been to a boxing gym prior to that.
Really? And what did you get for your first fight, Frank? Can you remember?
My brother, I was at work, and the only time I'd been to a boxing gym is to watch my brother train, and he rang me up at work. I was an apprentice screen printer, and he said, "Frank, do you want to earn $30? I said,
$30.
"What do I have to kill for that?" And he said, "No, you don't have to kill anything." He said, "I've got your fight." I said, You what?" He said, "I've got your fight, a boxing match." And I said, "You're joking." And I thought he'd think I was a coward, you know. And so somehow I accepted. And then when he left, when I hung the phone up, I was dumbfounded.
Yeah, you were having second.
Absolutely dumbfounded. I didn't know whether I was Arthur or Martha. And I went to the fight, and I was so nervous. Went to the toilet about 10 times, and I was shaking. I was in a trance. And they actually, in the actual fight, they actually had to push me out of the corner when the bell rang.
Oh,
and he attacked me. They told me he'd had 6 fights and lost them all, or whatever. And apparently he had about 6 fights and won them all.
Nothing's changed in boxing, Frank.
My brother was a bit of a joker. Yeah, sorry.
Nothing's changed in boxing, Frank, with them dodgy records.
Yeah. So after the first round, you know, I didn't train or anything, and I was a bit unfit, and I also smoked cigarettes at that time, and so I was coughing my guts out on the stool after the first round, and he could tell that, and so he come flying out of the corner to finish me off.
Yeah.
And I was looking at the floor, and I threw a punch just to hold him off. And when I opened my eyes, I looked around to see where he was, and I couldn't see him anywhere.
He was on the deck.
So then they started yelling at me to go to the neutral corner. I came back to my corner, and my trainer pushed me away. My brother's trainer pushed me away and said, "Go over the other one." So I went over the other one, and he made a valiant effort to get up, and I said about 20 Hail Marys, and he collapsed, and I won the fight. And you go away thinking you're a superstar.
Yeah, and that was your first you do, don't you? And that was your first professional fight, Frank?
Yeah, first professional fight.
Geez, and you went on to fight the likes of Barry Michael, Hector Thompson, Jeff Malcolm, Hector Thompson, I said, John Siriotis, Brian Jansen. Did you have any second thoughts?
Michaels.
Yeah, did you have any second thoughts about jumping in there for the second bout?
Second one with...
Your second bout you had, yeah, I think you fought...
the second bout?
Yeah.
No, I thought I was a superstar. I thought, how good's this?
We ended up going on and having a great fight career, Frank, that spanned from 72 to 84. You ended up having the 35 fights with the 18 KOs. So you had a punch on you too, Frank.
I used to wear them down more so than, and then I'd knock them down.
Yeah. Well, you went on.
Then I'd stop them or whatever.
The 5 Hall of Famers, who were they? Who you fought, Frank?
I fought Hector Thompson.
Yeah.
He was a very well-balanced fighter. He was a brilliant body puncher. He fought for 2 world titles.
He did too, didn't he?
Yeah, he won a Commonwealth title a couple of times and Australian titles. For Baby Cassius, he was a triple Australian title and champion in 3 divisions. For Jeff Malcolm, Baby Cassius was also a Commonwealth champion a couple of times, and Jeff Malcolm, he was a Commonwealth champion, Australian champion. Barry Michaels, he was a world champion, Commonwealth champion, Australian champion, and I fought Brian Jansen. He was a Commonwealth and Australian champion.
He was too. And you beat all them guys, didn't you? You beat most of them.
Yeah.
You beat Brian Jansen twice, I see.
I beat Brian. I stopped Brian once, and the second one it was sort of a little bit disputed, but I didn't dispute it. I don't believe in that. I went to Brisbane and I knew what I was up against. If you don't win on knockout, you don't get the decision.
Yeah, that's right, 100%.
And the papers thought that I'd won the fight.
Yeah.
The newspapers up there. So.
Yeah. Mate,
yep.
Hector Thompson, you beat him for the Australian welterweight title back in 1980. That must have been a great win.
Yeah, it was a great win, and he was favoured to win the fight.
Yeah.
And it was in his hometown, and there was a bit of hype about it, the fight, and I was relatively unknown up at that stage.
Yeah, right. He went on to fight Roberto Duran, didn't he, Hector Thompson? When he fought,
he fought Roberto Duran, and he fought for 2 world titles. He also fought Antonio Cervantes for the light welterweight title.
Yeah, right. Jeez,
look, I'll tell you that the whole 5 guys that I fought that are in the Hall of Fame, if they were fighting today with so many other World Boxing Associations up for grabs, because at that time when I was fighting, there was only 2 really recognised, WBC, WBA. Now there's about 50 World Boxing Associations, of which about 5 are recognised.
Yeah.
So they would have had a cakewalk. It would have been a walk-up start for a world title for them.
I couldn't agree with you more, Frank. That's so true. Now, let's talk about the all-in brawl at Griffiths we were talking about on the phone the other day. What happened in Griffiths, mate? Who started this all-in brawl?
Well, to Griffith to fight Jeff Malcolm for the light welterweight title of Australia.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a very slippery character. He's a brilliant boxer, very fast. They call him Flash Malcolm, and that's what he is. He's a flash. And you've got to be very tactical to beat that guy, you know. And so I was just going to try and rough him up and take the fight to him, and, you know. And I knew, and he hated that. And in the past, he'd been known to call low blows. So we got the no foul rule stipulated in the contract, and in about the third round, he called a low blow. The referee, Sharky Raymond, ended up stopping the fight. And we had the no foul rule stipulated in the contract, and I don't think they realised that, so they crowned him the winner. Now, when he was called the centre ring, he came out crouched over holding his groin, and I said a few choice words, as you would with the... No, well, it's alleged.
Yeah,
that I said
it's
a few choice words, and with that, I think I told him what I thought of him, and with that he came up throwing punches at me.
Oh my goodness.
And I ducked, and he landed in my trainer's arms, and somehow my trainer got a big gash inflicted over his eye. Allegedly it could have been a headbutt, but that's only allegedly.
Yeah, right.
And we don't know who would have done that.
I like your choice words, Frank.
So, so that then it was held at the Griffith pavilion at the Griffith Showgrounds, and I think Jeff Malcolm, that's where he originally came from.
Yeah, I think.
And all the public jumped in the ring and punched on, tried to get at me or whatever, and a busload of Victorians went up. All my mates hired a bus, which my brother Matty organised, and they all jumped in the ring to help me.
As they would.
So there was an all-in brawl, and and after the fight, when they calmed everything down, the police calmed everything down, they wanted to... I had to go from the pavilion to the curator. I was getting changed in the curator's house.
Yeah.
Curator of the showgrounds, and the police said to me, you can't go out there because there's about 100 people waiting outside the door for you to come out, and they'll attack you. And so they took me to the Griffith police station, where I had a shower and got changed there. Someone had gone into the room to get my clothes and that. Yeah. And I got changed in there.
Jeez.
That was quite funny.
I bet it was.
The fight was... They had a lot of fights on that night because another country town close by, they used to fight with the fighters from Griffith Sport, Dubbo or whatever it was. Yeah. And so about 20 guys come. There was about 20 fights before our fight, and we end up getting in the ring about 1 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, jeez. It's a late night.
It was a late night, and got rushed to the police station, got showered and changed there. Yeah, it was quite classical.
Geez, that's great, mate. It was a great effort to win the Australian welterweight title 5 times. Is that correct, Frank?
Yeah, five times.
So you
and three of those fights were against Hall of Famers too.
Yeah, wow. And who were they, Frank?
Hector Thompson, Davey Cassius, and Brian Jansen.
Okay, so you had quite a remarkable career. You gave it away in 1984, and you've come back